makes me look like I'm...
My God, I really do look like John Lennon.
And with that, I think we'll begin.
Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, that'll be the official start.
Thanks, guys.
Yes.
This is Xelrog here.
Jack Anderson, hello.
And
Washugo Otaku.
yes, Taku for short, I assume is fine.
That works.
All right. And we are here with episode. Well, I guess this is episode 1, the first official episode.
Episode 1
of the Fourth Seat podcast.
By this point in recording, we're starting production on 3 and 4.
Yes.
And we released episodes 1 and 2.
Which is unfortunate because when we did the episode 0 podcast, we were only allowed to talk about episodes 1 and 2 because we assumed that it would come out after episodes 1 and 2.
Alas.
So now we have the same 2 episodes to talk about.
Yay!
No, that's okay.
We can do more foreshadowing.
We got plenty of other shit to talk about.
Yes. We got our 4th seat, as always, is empty. We'll eventually...
Yes. That's the joke. It's the 4th seat, and it's empty.
We'll eventually get Kenpachi on here. We'll track him down.
Yeah, we have no 4th seat.
Get it?
So, what is it? We have, we've been episode 1 and 2 are out. Those are all clear and done, and we are short. I still need to do my recording for episode 3, and we need to get Eli Omans in. Our Rukia actress is coming yet. So, other than that, we are coming near production of episode 3.
Yep.
And fortunately, finals week is over, so a lot of people are going to be more free.
Yeah, there's been some college stuff going on.
Yes.
And speaking of which,
you want to toot your own horn?
Yeah, no. On Friday the other day, I was coming back from my last final, and just for the sake of practice, I've been singing in the car as Kuratsuchi.
Of course you have.
Street lights, people.
Sing that other song that I was thinking of.
It had to be that song.
No, it wasn't that song. Actually, it was a Hunchback song. But apparently, my car is not
as Hellfire.
No, it wasn't.
Oh damn.
Apparently, my car is not as soundproof as I had hoped.
Somebody.
Because I was pulling out of the parking lot, and I passed this girl getting into her car who just gives me a pretty weird look.
Is that Kuratsuchi?
That's gonna get you some chicks.
That's okay.
Singing like a mad scientist, of course.
I'm graduating. I ain't ever gonna see them again.
Unless you decide to join a course.
Yeah. No, I still got some good connections there, so that was good. I went to Sam Mallory had a show the other day. I got to go to that.
Yes.
Put on another radio show. I'll be in one someday again, maybe, possibly.
How did that go?
Oh, it was a neat little experience. They put on an episode of Gunsmoke and an episode of The Shadow.
I don't think I've listened to either.
No, they're older radio shows, obviously.
Yeah,
I know of The Shadow.
Yeah. I think Gunsmoke is generally the more well-known of the two, but no, they're both pretty famous radio dramas.
Yeah. I think, in terms of modern radio dramas, one I am familiar with is a Earthbound radio adaptation called Fobbies Are Borange.
That's a thing?
Yeah, that is a thing.
Someone adapted Earthbound for radio?
Yes.
Wow.
Okay, I'm game.
I'll be willing to listen to it while playing Enter the Gungeon.
Yeah, we've since the last podcast, we hadn't started streaming yet, had we?
No, we hadn't.
I think I'd done some Awesome Not streams, but we hadn't started streaming regularly, and now we have Elgato, so we can do console stuff if we want to. We got to do Sly Cooper eventually, so we can listen to Sam.
Mm-hmm. Yep. The Sam Mallory dick sucking hour. Sorry, no, you can get it.
Yeah, we got other stuff to talk about.
Yeah. Okay.
You had something you were gonna say?
No. Not immediately.
Okay. Let me just grab this.
Oh, you got cue cards.
No. Sure. They don't know. They don't know that. This is all impromptu. Got to maintain the illusion, you see.
Yes. You drop them on the.
So you were planning to wear your kilt today.
Yes, I was.
Yeah, so you have a kilt.
You're just talking about that before the stream started.
Didn't know that families had different types of plaid.
Yeah, our Ichigo is very, very Scottish.
Mm-hmm. Very much.
I'm Irish, so I don't know much about that aisle. Or not an aisle, rather.
You know, actually, what's kind of funny about when I went and got my kilt from the shop, I also bought a can of haggis.
Yeah. They sell that canned?
They sell
canned haggis!
Well,
That sounds like a great idea.
Hey, it's for Americans. But
Tag is for Americans.
It has to be better than the escargot they sell in tubes at Walmart. They do sell that there.
Yeah, they do. I've seen it. It looks about as disgusting as you're picturing.
It's another reason why I don't shop at Walmart.
So canned haggis.
Yeah, from what I understand of how you actually properly prepare haggis, it's nothing at all like what was in the can. It looks to me like they made the haggis, ground it up, and then mixed it in with some type of an oat and put that in the can.
Wait, oat?
So
some type of an oat.
It's haggis meal.
Yeah. And it wasn't bad. It wasn't great, but it wasn't bad.
It wasn't great. It was mediocre.
Not too bad.
Honestly, I think it would have been better if I... This is probably because I'm an
It was
American.
adequate.
I put ketchup on it. It was actually a lot like hamburger meat.
Mix it with lots of ketchup and make sloppy joes.
Sloppy haggis.
Haggis joes.
We do have a couple cans of manwich at my house, so maybe I should have done that.
Next time. That reminds me of those canned whole chickens.
Oh.
They had a
Yeah!
They
They
sell
had
them
a-
at those.
they had a can of those in the Coug Radio office because we both.
Why?
Yeah, it was sitting on the desk right next to the door.
Okay, what? In case of a zombie apocalypse, you get holed in?
Hey
I
man,
think
you
I'd rather-
gotta be prepared.
I think I'd rather
Either
starve
I
it than have
forgot
one of
that
those.
or I never caught it.
Yeah. Oh, dude, go look in there the next time you go in. I had a radio show on the campus radio, and Aaron has had one. Doesn't know if it's gonna continue or not yet. Right?
Yeah, actually, my last show was yesterday. Well, it's finals week, so I was asked if I wanted to continue on with the summer. I did that last year, continue on with the summer, but this year I sort of like, I'm going to take summer off. I got to focus on crap at home. But once I come back to school in the fall, I'll probably resume my show. And I'm definitely going to making some changes to it.
Oh yeah, you've been doing a lot longer than I did.
Yeah. I've been doing it for about 2 years now. I'm one of the few.
Yay!
I don't do radio very often. I just stream
Yeah.
sometimes.
This is actually only the second time I've done anything even close to this.
Your dad does radio.
He did.
radio.
I got to tell you about this. So my my dad, before he we moved all over the place, but before it was either before or while the beginning ages of when my mom and him were married, he did something in Vegas called virtual radio.
Yeah.
It was.
Depending on where you go with this story, this might piss a lot of people
Oh.
off.
Oh, good.
Just
keep
how
going,
much
keep
of
going,
this-
keep going,
how
keep-
much of this
keep
story
telling,
you
keep
tell.
telling.
Oh yes, okay. I'll tell the entire thing, but okay.
Listen at your own-
background. I may not necessarily condone this, but I will say it was the 90s, so
Edgy.
yeah, being edgy was somewhat acceptable. Okay. So my dad he did virtual radio. Was a very experimental radio station.
Yeah.
It had the nickname of difficult listening.
As opposed to easy listening.
Yes. And he did this. He one time did like a radio show where he encouraged. Oh shit!
Go on.
He encouraged
people to call in.
Who had a certain mindset. The mindset being, of course. Oh shit!
Do you want me to say it?
Yeah.
He had people who were having suicidal thoughts call in the show and encouraged them to commit suicide.
No, it wasn't that bad. It wasn't.
That's how you described it to me.
It wasn't.
It's pretty bad.
He wasn't actively encouraging him to do it. He was like saying, "Well, I don't know if." He was like discussing it. I don't know if it was active encouragement, but he wasn't discouraging them.
Yeah.
It got to a point though that his manager at the station was like so concerned with this that they pulled him from the rate. He was like, "Okay, we might get sued or something. We got to stop this." But it wasn't like he was the radio station manager was disagreeing with it. He thought it was funny. But yeah, man, the 90s were such a...
Those were dark times, the
Yes.
90s.
Yes.
Those were times of Dragon Ball Z Ocean Dub.
We almost went the way of the dinosaurs. For those of you who don't know, dinosaurs exist in DBZ, so that line makes no fucking sense.
No. The series was full of really dumb euphemisms for dying. Where the whole other dimension thing came from.
He went to another dimension.
The Shadow Realm. Were you got to say something?
I was, but I don't remember what I was going to say now.
Oh,
that's right. The whole suicide thing reminds me of one of the few side jokes in Family Guy that I actually genuinely like.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah. You know where I'm going.
It's common knowledge on the stream that Jack does not like Family Guy.
Yeah,
I'm indifferent, so go ahead.
Well, apparently there was a brief while where Peter was working for the suicide hotline.
Yeah.
And somebody had called in and he was all like, my wife cheated on me and I don't know if I can live any longer. I'm going to kill myself. And Peter's like, wouldn't it make more sense to kill her?
Oh!
You know, that's arguably better than what your dad did? I don't know. Your dad does like to...
My dad is arguably worse than Peter Grant. Thank you so much for that comment.
Peter's an idiot. Your dad likes to consciously stir shit up. I don't think he's ashamed of that.
He's mellowed out now. He's less... he's grown more accepting of his lot in life, and he's not as...
We're down in Vancouver area, and your family lives up in Seattle.
Yep.
And
so it's a 3-hour drive before my dad sees us and kills me. So I'll have 3 hours of notice.
That leads me to another story of when last time we went up to Seattle. I think it was the PAX trip.
Yeah, that was the last time.
We went up to PAX Prime in Seattle because we were volunteering for Ronimo. Mm-hmm. You guys know as the developer of Awesomenauts. We do a lot of their streams. Yep. And we were driving. I don't think it was when we were looking for the Chipotle, was it? It was.
No, that was when I was moving down here.
Yeah, that was a different story. We were driving around Seattle, I think, looking for a place for lunch or something, and we passed by a sign spinner. I
remember this story.
And it was I thought she looked pretty cute. She was just spinning the sign. And we passed by, the little skinny girl, and I was like, hey, she's pretty cute. Yes. And we keep driving. It's a mannequin.
We looked at her just like, my God.
They've developed the technology to make mannequins spin signs.
They developed the technology to make mannequins go past the uncanny valley.
I'm sure that's going to save them a few cents in the long run.
Yeah.
They're going to find their mannequin missing. Like, where did it go?
Think about it. If it's putting sign spinners out of jobs, it's giving jobs to the people who need to repair the sign spinning mannequins.
Yeah, I suppose that makes sense.
Sign spinning mannequins.
That'd be a weird job as a sign spinning mannequin creator. That's almost like what?
That's very specialized.
I know. Was there? I remember we were talking about at one point. I can't remember if this was something we came up with or if we were talking about someone else made the joke of having to tell someone what job you do and like you blow dildos out of glass or something.
Oh yeah.
What's your job, man? I don't want to talk about it.
That's fair enough. I mean, it's either dildos or glass pipes.
Yeah. Well, that wouldn't be as funny though. That's the whole joke, is that you're blowing them out of glass.
You're either blowing glass dildos or you're smoking glass pipes. Visual gag.
Well, hey, we have video for that, so that works now. Hopefully. We'll hopefully have video for this. We'll have to see how it turns out. That, or I was looking on YouTube and there was a video of like really weirdly well-paid jobs, and one of them was like a sex toy tester. Which you never. You
know what? I guess it depends on how kinky you are.
It has to exist. Someone has to be doing it.
I mean, it's not like they test every sex toy. I guess they test the experimental designs.
On a rating of 1 to 5.
I still want to try. Well, I don't really use them myself because I don't really have a need to. But
yeah.
Still,
you got a girlfriend.
No, I don't.
Oh.
I haven't had a girlfriend actually in about 4 years.
You've had a girlfriend, which is more than we can say.
This is the closest thing to a girlfriend I have right now, and she has no volume.
I get it.
Very progressive podcast. This.
Yeah. Don't worry, we'll get your Eli in next time, or yeah.
Like what? Is it like they have dildos, but they do it for both male and female? Is like a female would have to do twice as much work
to blow.
To test a sex toy.
I guess. Oh wait, I get. Yeah. Took me a minute. Now that we've not going to talk about Bleach at all here, just everything but.
All right, let's move on to Bleach then.
That's okay.
So by this point,
my favorite brand is Clorox, by the way. Very efficient.
Yes.
By this point,
Good
Bleach
for
has
drinking.
long since ended its anime run. It's still at the later stages of the manga. I don't know where it's at. I think they're still fighting surprise Nazis, but
Yeah, it's still going on. We don't.
Wait.
Wait. Oh, you don't know about this? You don't watch Bleach?
Yeah, the main character. I don't even watch the show. Are you telling me that towards the end of the manga?
All right.
Right now,
All right. Hold on. I'm gonna.
The end of every fictional story, the big final bad guy is always Nazis.
Wasn't the case with Black Lagoon.
No, Black Lagoon had Nazis.
They're Nazis in the
Yeah, they
background.
had Nazis, but they're like in the middle.
No, they're Nazis in the background. Usually, you don't see them. I miss First Hellsing. I like First Hellsing better than the Ultimate. I know a lot of people are gonna hate me for that.
I actually had yet to see the Ultimate.
Yeah, it's
I've
not.
seen
It's not taken to all action, no thought to the same degree that FMA Brotherhood is, but it kind of goes down that line. It's very flashy and it takes out a lot of the creepy atmosphere, a lot of the story elements.
The creepy atmosphere is part of what made the original show great.
Oh,
Exactly.
Hellsing is about vampires. You gotta have a creepy atmosphere, or else you're gonna make fucking Twilight.
And
The only exception to that rule that was done well, at least in my opinion, was Karen.
And it had the super weird, funky soundtrack.
Oh, is that the
original
one
Hellsing.
show where the vampires were actually sucking emotion instead of blood?
No, they were.
Or is that Rosario Vampire?
No, that was My Little Pony.
Yeah, G3
You would know.
especially. No, but it's kind of both. They drink the blood of someone who's suffering a certain thing or has a personality trait that appeals to them, and as such, it usually either alleviates it or reverses it.
Is that the series?
Oh, so vampires in that universe are clerics?
Kind of.
They're psychological clerics?
Kind of.
Is
That's
that
cool.
Is that the series where someone is a vampire and like their body just always reverts back to the point at which they became a vampire, no matter what happens to them?
No.
Okay,
There's
that's
some
something
other-
else.
No,
Some other vampire
but
show.
with Karen, it's taken on the idea of the whole vampires actually being a species, and humans can never be vampires.
Okay, so
And
not
so-
necessarily undead.
No, they're not undead. It's just
Okay.
Subspecies.
Yeah.
yeah.
was
And
another
as for
vampire
the main
movie.
character, Karen, she's the teenage daughter in a household, and she, rather than drinking blood, she produces a shit ton of her own blood and has to eject it into people.
Okay.
What?
Yes, she's an unvampire.
That sounds like a shtick in that Magical Pokemon, I think is was the show. That there was an episode where like a vampire girl falls in love with a guy at a blood bank, and so she goes to donate blood every day just for excuse to see this guy. I thought it was a funny episode.
Yeah, in a way, it is kind of like that. Unfortunately, the anime never really goes into why she's like that, but the manga does, and it's actually a really interesting idea.
Yeah.
Basically, okay, so they still have supernatural elements to them. But I guess there's something. It's been a while since I've read this part of the manga, but basically, there's a curse throughout all vampires around the world that can temporarily be alleviated with the sacrifice of a freak vampire, and it just so happens that in this case, that freak is Karen.
Oh, so a vampire that's not like a traditional "I suck your blood" vampire.
The giving vampire is the one who must be sacrificed.
So if in this universe they found Edward Cullen and they sacrificed him, would that work? Because he's not killed by sunlight; he just sparkles.
Maybe.
Anything's
But-
worth a shot. And even if we don't know it'll work. I'm down.
Speaking of vampires, I don't know if you know this, Aaron, but there are vampires in Bleach. Kind of.
I
Yeah.
think I remember hearing something about that before.
Yeah.
How far do you got? You got up through like towards the end of the Soul Society arc,
through the
right?
anime. I believe the last episode that I saw specifically was when Bleach and Renji first meet.
Bleach and Renji?
I'm sorry.
What the fuck? I am Bleach.
Bleach Kurosaki, Space Marine.
Finals week just ended. Okay.
He doesn't have it. He's got it together. He went through finals week.
Yeah,
So
but
Ichigo and
he also
Renji
doesn't
fought.
have a 3-year-old.
Yeah,
Fair enough.
you got a lot on your plate. We understand. No, after the first, there are 3 big filler arcs in Bleach. Ones that last a while, and honestly, Bleach filler arcs are not bad, other than that they last a long time.
Oh.
But they're not terribly written. They just last
there
way
are
too
worse
long.
filler arcs out there. Naruto.
The first one is basically about vampires.
Yes, but the first time I didn't know anything about this filler
It's
arc
the
coming
Bount.
in.
It's the Bount arc.
Yeah, I didn't know anything about it other than it was called the Bount arc, and I was like thinking, is Bount some dude?
Who is Bount? What are his motives? And you had him in your head pictured as like some kind of pirate.
Yes, Captain Bount. You know, like Mutiny on the Bounty. That's
I can totally see that. That makes sense.
yeah.
Yarg.
But no, it was just a bunch of suave German gentlemen.
Yeah, it's a bunch of German vampire dudes. They're not technically vampires.
Oh, so like Blood Rain.
The excuse is that they're known as vampires to humans, but they're like a mutation of humans that suck people's souls out.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So they're vampires.
So it's vampires adapted to Bleach, basically.
Yes.
And the whole arc is... I guess we have to talk about it a little bit.
Fuck it. We might not even include it.
I think we mentioned it in the first podcast anyway, the episode 0, is that the Bount arc, a very large portion of it, is basically ripped straight from the Sensui arc of Yu Yu Hakusho.
Yes.
Okay.
The chapter black.
Uri loses his powers. He's attacked in like a hospital by waterbending Bounts. Although, to be fair, at least, unlike in Yu Yu Hakusho, they're not called seamen.
And
I think there are more than 7 Bounts, I think. But
there's a lot of them.
There's
let's list them up. There's the leader. There's
Gene
the
Kara.
traitor.
The traitor?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Yoshino, the woman.
There's the other traitor. The sympathizer.
You're not very good at
the sympathizer. From the Soul Society. Who joined out with.
She's not a Bount.
No, the other one. Fake. Okay, Kira.
Okay, you can just list them by name.
I don't know his name.
This is why I'm the main writer. We call him Kira. What is it, like Maki Ichinose?
Yeah, him. Ichinose.
Light Yagami.
Yeah, Light Yagami. That's
blue-haired Light Yagami. He wasn't a Bount either though.
He was a Soul Reaper. Yeah, that's what he was. But he was.
But the
allied with them.
The actual Bounts though. There's Gene Karia. There's the
leader.
Yoshino. There's Snake Man. I forget his
name.
Man.
Fuck it.
Snake Man.
The erotic dude.
Big burly dude. I forget his name.
He's the guy with Dolk, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Zigadik. Dolk.
That's how they call their weapons, by the way. They go Zigadik
because they're German.
Wow.
Yeah.
There was the Super Metro guy with the hair down one side of his face.
Who initially was like the Dargor that he didn't agree with their motives, but
then they just said they didn't
they
care.
They poured soul down his throat, and he's like, okay, yeah, I'm down with this.
Then there's Fangirl. Like she had a fan.
Oh. Then there was a
Dracula.
Yes.
IMO the best Bounce.
Yeah, you know what his stand was?
His stand?
Jojo, whatever. You know what his Zigadik was?
A
doll.
It was a deep one.
It was a literal whale.
Well, he had a giant like dimension shifting whale. It was pretty cool though.
Aaron's so confused
right
now.
Explaining Bleach filler to someone who has not seen Bleach filler.
Bleach filler is fucking crazy. It's like you got the first Bleach filler, which is Soul Reapers fighting soul vampires.
Though that one fits into the canon because there's
they kind of wedged it in there. It wasn't in the manga.
Yeah, I guess that it felt believable though, and that there are recurring characters after. Though they try their damnedest to get rid of them over time.
Yeah.
Whereas the other 2 filler arcs were really forcibly wedged in
Alright,
there.
okay, here's how the second filler arc gets introduced. There's this, after this big battle, Ichigo is reunited with somebody.
Everyone's in Hueco Mundo.
Yeah, everybody's in Hueco Mundo. Is like, and then the narrators are like, fuck that, let's move on to this filler arc. Let's pretend this doesn't exist. Let's go here.
But in another world where this might have happened.
And
it was the laziest way to introduce filler.
Although, that filler arc might be my favorite filler arc.
The Godfrey Ho one.
Yes! Because it's got ninjas. Gratuitous ninjas.
It's got a new captain to replace Aizen, and it's got some totally unrelated ninja story arc with Godfrey Ho style ninjas running around.
I don't know if you know who Godfrey Ho is. He was a Hong Kong director who famously made.
Wasn't he American?
No, he was Hong Kong.
Oh, okay.
He was Chinese, but he primarily based his movies to be released in America because he's like, oh, those stupid Americans, they'll buy anything with ninjas in them. So what he would do is he would take these footage from these unfinished Hong Kong movies. Okay. He'd take them. He'd then hire a bunch of actors to just film these unrelated ninja fight scenes. He'd overdub the dialogue, cut it up, add this ninja footage into these Hong Kong movies, and for the price of one movie, he would release 5, and all of them would have titles like Rage of the Ninja, Full Metal Ninja, Ninja of the Magnificence, Ninja Silent Assassin.
So he Roboteched it.
Yes, he did.
Are you familiar with Robotech?
I like this. Yes.
Okay.
I think I like this Godfrey guy.
Oh,
or
American. These were actually really hilarious.
American Power Rangers, same basic thing.
Yeah.
Except at least that was all from the same series, as they took the Japanese footage and then just added American footage.
And also the American adapters and the Japanese studios
collaborated.
Yeah, they were actually communicating, whereas Godfrey just took Okay, here's how unrelated these fucking movies were. The ninja footage would be like put into footage of like these crime comedies. So you'd have these crime comedies going with like weird ass music that was all lighthearted, and then suddenly you have this serious ninja fight scene go down. By the way, I didn't tell you what these ninjas look like. Okay,
they look like absolutely American dudes. For the first thing,
yeah, they had names like Gordon and Bruce, but
code names.
No, they look American. One was played by Richard Harrison. I don't know if you know who that is.
I don't know.
You don't know who? You do know who he is. Why are you laughing so hard?
I'm guessing this Richard Harrison must be a pretty funny dude.
You okay?
I need to make notes of this so I can watch this shit when I get home.
Alright, so one scene is, one scene has Richard Harrison, he hears a knock on his door, he goes to, like, open it, and then suddenly smoke just flies into his room, and he's just, and then the smoke clears, and you know what you see? This little tiny tiny robot toy just walking towards me, he's going, "Traitor, you have 3 days to return the golden ninja warrior." And then he's just looking at it in this serious expression, just like, And then he hears his phone ring, and he answers his phone, and his phone is a fucking Garfield phone. These movies are amazing. Also, the ninjas, the way these ninjas dress when they're getting down to their ninja shit, the stereotypical ninjas basically all black, they got black, da-da-da-da. That's not how these ninjas dress.
These are a little more Naruto inspired.
Yeah, they dress in like all sorts of crazy fucking colors, like
really gaudy.
Yeah, but the best part is their headband. Their headband literally says ninja on them.
Just in case you had any confusion about what I was. They're like bright red and bright like cyan blue outfits.
Yeah, yellow.
Oh.
The stealthiest ninja colors.
Now I think that the writer of Naruto did like the orange jumpsuit as like a homage to Godfrey Ho.
I mean, he has the headbands.
That does kind of make sense.
Yeah, at least the headbands don't say ninja on them. They just have a symbol.
Did we ever figure out which came first between Naruto and Hunter x Hunter?
I think Hunter x Hunter came first.
I'm not sure.
I think so.
I mean, one ripped off the other with Kalu and Sasuke.
Yes. Naruto was probably... I was first aware of it during 2006-ish. I think it may have come out before that.
It's newer than One Piece, but older than Bleach. I know that.
So yeah, basically the Godfrey Ho arc is essentially just this unrelated filler arc that they just shove ninjas on.
There's ninjas going on, and then it's just the new captain. And then the third big filler arc, I thought had a cool concept. You have not seen the whole of it.
The third filler arc? Yeah, I have.
You have?
Yeah, Zanpakuto Rebellion.
Yeah, that was when all of the Zanpakutos, basically the spirits were released from the swords, and they all had personalities and personas and were actual characters. And so it was basically all the Soul Reapers fighting their own sword spirits.
Which was pretty cool, but it went on longer than it should have. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I guess
they more or less finished the story, and then they realized they needed more time, so they said, fuck it, we're on cleanup, everyone go kill a sword spirit or something, I don't know.
Sounds like fun to me.
Yeah, they drug it out really painfully.
Yeah.
Oh, but Ashishogi Chizu was so adorable! It was a little flying baby caterpillar.
Didn't see Kenpachi's one. Of course he was fucking late to the party.
Yeah.
And that was the
well,
first...
that's the thing about every non-canon thing is that all the non-canon, including like movies, which is the same there, is that they have to remove Kenpachi from the story as early as possible. Otherwise, he's just gonna kill the bad guy, and there will be no movie.
Yeah.
So to go back to what we were talking about,
Naruto or Hunter x Hunter. That's Witch Hunter Robin.
Okay, so I had a little bit of a memory relapse there. So, okay, so what am I looking at?
I never saw that.
Which came first?
Hunter x Hunter or Naruto? And we're looking at the manga, though, so that wouldn't be on IMDb, I don't think.
Hunter x
No,
Hunter
this would
is...
just be like the anime.
That's the most recent anime. That's not the first anime. That's
Oh
2011.
yeah, this is the current one.
Yeah, 2011.
Glad it's getting dubbed, by the way. I can't wait to see that.
Yeah.
Although I'm not
Maybe if I just do Hunter x Hunter.
I'm not too crazy about.
So I type in Hunter x Hunter and they bring up Triple H.
He's Hunter Hearst Helmsley, though.
I'm not too crazy about Kaluuya's
Time to play the game.
new voice. It's too cutesy for him.
He
sounds too innocent.
That's the joke.
Well, yeah, I know, but
He's this ultra assassin.
I don't know. Maybe I'm just too used to his old one. He sounded like he was belaying something behind it in the original.
To be fair, we're always miss David Lodge as Kenpachi.
Yeah.
And when his new voice came out, I'm like, it's just not the same. It's acceptable. It's not the same.
When was that? I think that was in the Zanpakuto Rebellion
Yeah.
arc. Is that Kenpachi just suddenly appeared out of a dust cloud and suddenly sounded like Patrick Seitz. Kenpachi, you got a cold?
You'll have to get off my shoulder.
I must rampage.
That was
the best Kenpachi line.
You hated it at the time.
Did I? No, I thought it was.
You were like, that was so stupid.
It is stupid, but that's why it's awesome.
Although in the Japanese one, I think it was, I'm gonna cut loose, get off my shoulder now. But I don't know why the fucking dub actor was like, I must rampage. Fair enough, it's filler. Nobody's gonna watch it anyway.
Well, this is why literal translations are usually pretty awkward, and why. I guess that's the difference between subtitled and dubbed. Usually, is that dub dialogue usually makes it more fluid to the English language, whereas subtitle is a very literal translation in most cases.
Okay, so according to Anime News Network, Hunter x Hunter came out in 1999.
That's the anime.
Late 90s.
The anime.
What about the manga, though? Because we're comparing the story elements, which were in the manga before anything.
Let's see here.
If it's if anime was 99, when did Naruto come out?
The anime came out in 2000. What did it say? 2000.
Okay.
So it's probably safe.
So
to
it's
assume
later
that
than even Hunter x Hunter's anime. So yeah.
Wow, Togashi hasn't done anything in a while. Because he
Yeah,
did Yu Yu Hakusho.
according to this, the anime for Hunter x Hunter came out in 98.
The manga, you mean?
The manga.
Okay, the manga was 98. So Naruto came out after that, the manga.
Yep.
Yeah, so Naruto, you turned in an exam, ripped off Hunter x Hunter.
They took Kaluuya and made him into Sasuke. My God, they should be shot.
they should be shot, hung, drawn, and quartered. And
Kaluuya really was everything Sasuke should have been.
Yeah, Kaluuya.
He had his brother.
He had a sense of humor.
His brother was like a psychopath. He came to the exam to take him away, and he like what was his beef with his brother? Is that
his brother is too serious,
or they were like evil or something? And Kaluuya was all over it though. He was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna kill my brother. It's gonna be awesome.
It's gonna be awesome. I'm gonna get the money."
No brooding, no wangst about it.
Well, okay, the anime did kind of have him brood a little bit, but he got over that really quickly.
He was a 0.3 on the Sasuke scale.
Yeah, and then he just kind of dropped to like 0.
Yeah. He shares his story with Sasuke of having to, having to go get him from his family, which was actually really peaceful. His dad was just like, "Oh, you want him? Okay, you can go hang with his friends."
But okay, to be fair, Kaluuya's family was still alive.
Yeah,
Sasuke, his only family left was his brother, who fucking killed everybody else.
But imagine if that had been the case with Orochimaru. Like, they get to his hideout, and he's like, "Oh, I didn't realize I took you from your friends. Okay. You can go hang out in the
Have this scroll to train and then go."
I didn't want to cause any trouble.
That would... keep in mind that arc was after Orochimaru fucking killed everybody in the Hidden Leaf Village or whatever was going on.
To be fair,
So,
I mean, the Zoldycks had stirred up some shit by that point in the series, too.
but at the very least, I don't know.
They were paid for it,
I'm
though.
defending Naruto. I'm gonna stop doing that.
I made Orochimaru sound like Cobra Commander there.
Oh my god!
To be fair, he is Snake Man.
If there's a Naruto bridge, that they have to use that voice, right?
There are Naruto bridges. I'd probably watch them.
Join us, Sasuke!
Okay. So Bleach.
We went through the free filler arcs. We still aren't sure what we're going to do with them. We're talking about maybe making them into kind of movie length.
Yeah, kind of, sort of movie length.
We're still in the. That's a ways away though. We have the whole of season 2 is the Soul Society yet.
Yes, the Soul Society arc.
The most fun arc.
Yeah, so it appears that each squad in Soul Society has some other job besides going down to the human world and hunting hollows.
Oh yeah, they all have. Most of them have like established roles in the Soul Society.
It's like a hidden agenda almost.
Well, it established, and we fill in some of the blanks, but
yeah, because some of them just don't seem to do fucking anything.
I mean, it's revealed that Squad 1 is like the administrative. They're the boss men squad.
Yeah.
Squad 2 is the ninja squad.
Yes.
The punishment force, as they call them.
The punishment force. Just call them the fucking ninja squad, because that's what they are. They're all ninjas. Except for the fat dude.
Ninja.
Ninja the mission force.
And he himself claims to be a ninja. I mean, he's
a
speedy when he wants to speedy when he wants
well,
to be.
To be fair, you wouldn't expect him to be a ninja. He'd be a more effective
exactly.
ninja.
He's a sleeper ninja.
Don't wake the ninja.
Get it? Because he's lazy.
Yeah. Squad 3 was...
That was Ginichimaru's. They didn't really have an established role in the series. Squad 4 was the healer squad.
Yeah. Squad 5...
Aizen. They were the Hado. Well, they were a squad that they stated specialized in Hado, the magic spells and such.
Yeah.
Which is why Momo is so good at it.
There's Squad 6.
Byakuya's, which, again, no official role. Let's not talk about unofficial ones just yet.
Yeah. Squad 6.
Squad 7 is Komamura.
Yeah.
It's Komamura and Reno Cop.
Reno Cop. We don't know his actual name. He's just fucking Reno Cop.
Tetsuzaimon, but yeah, we call him Reno Cop. Because he looks like the guy from Reno 911.
Yeah. Like the main guy?
The black-haired one.
Okay.
There's like a black-haired guy and a blonde-haired guy who both look pretty similar because they always wear sunglasses.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Which is funny because there's also a blonde-haired guy in Bleach who always wears sunglasses. Remember in Squad 4?
Oh yeah, he's Squad 4, whatever the fuck.
They're like the two...
He's not the lieutenant.
I think he's the third seat.
Okay, that would make sense.
They're like the two leaders of the Soul Society's Manly Men's Club.
The opposite of the Women's Association.
Yes.
Because, of course, a military organization needs a fucking women's...
The Threatened Males Club. Where they're...
the men's rights activists club.
I think they're the only two members because Tetsuzaimon Reno Cop has the rule that all members have to wear sunglasses.
Oh.
So no one else joins.
They're just the Sunglasses Appreciation Club at that point.
Yeah, basically.
Okay, Squad 9.
Well, no, we didn't do... 8 is Kyoraku. Who doesn't have an established thing.
Yeah, but... Anyway.
The party squad.
Yeah. The partiest squad.
I mean, just having that as the captain, that goes without saying.
Yeah. Did you see the way he dresses? Have you seen the way he dresses, Aaron?
Give me a name.
Kyoraku, the flower guy.
Yes.
Yeah.
What do you think he does for a living? He's fucking
gay porn.
I can see it.
Yeah.
He does. I'm sure he does all varieties of porn. And then now, best party
porn's a sexual party at that point.
Now.
Revealed actually to be related.
Oh yeah, that's a thing later in the manga, right? That caught us by surprise?
Look,
Who knew?
Wait, they're related?
I know your secret, niece fucker. What was that from? That was from like a Let's Play or something.
Oh, yeah. Retsuprey made a joke in King's Quest V where they noticed that the main character kidnapped an elf and went off to like a secluded place with him. He didn't do anything bad, but he was making a joke that the owl companion was like, I need to see your secret safe with me, elf napper. By the way, I took pictures. So I'm just like, I made that similar joke during a part of of Ratchet and Clank when we were playing it alone.
Oh, yes.
And,
I don't know if we're gonna stream Ratchet and Clank or not. At least not anytime in the near future, because we played through them pretty recently. But
we'll forget.
I think it was in the third one that we're going to find Captain Quark. Everyone knows who he is now because there was a movie about it.
Yeah, and
which was followed by the release of Ratchet and Clank, the game, the movie, the game.
Fucking settle down, gaming industry.
But yeah, we're on a hunt for Captain Quark in the game story, and we find him on a jungle planet, and he has like hit his head, and he thinks he's
some kind of native.
He's living with monkeys.
And then later on,
when he regains speech, he's talking to his little monkey companion who came with him from the jungle.
Yes.
Aww.
And you just walk in on them in an argument. The monkey's like yelling at him, and he's like, "How was I supposed to know it was your sister? It was mating season."
There is a bestiality joke
in a Ratchet and Clank game.
Your secret's safe with me, ape fucker.
I mean, they've done other stuff like that. They've had like Blarg's Gone Wild jokes and things like that. They push the envelope a bit at times in the games.
That wasn't even in the 90s. That was like 2000s.
I'm willing to bet that they didn't have as much fun with the movie though, because it's more blatantly targeted at kids. I think.
You know, for kids.
I mean, for fuck's sakes, Bella Thorne's in it.
Who? Is she like the next Disney thing? Is she the new Hannah Montana?
Not quite that painful, no.
Okay.
Okay,
but basically Disney princess.
Or
I'm not even sure if it's Disney. I honestly don't really remember. The only thing that I personally have seen her in are those Cocoa Pebble commercials where it's this beautiful redhead girl against Shaquille O'Neal representing Team Coco.
Shaquille O'Neal's still relevant?
Yeah. Are you kidding?
They had some other guy on the Team Fruity, but I guess he
Team
dropped
Coco.
out.
Oh, that's one of the series of election ads.
He didn't want to represent Team Fruity. I can't imagine why.
Well, as far as I knew, the original representatives was Team Coco was a member of the NBA. I want to say it was.
I think it was
James.
Kyrie Barton. That's who it was.
Yeah, I don't know my basketball.
No, I'm sorry. That's my ex's foreign internet name.
Because obviously
it's Kyrie something, and the Fruity Pebble guy originally was John Cena.
Oh yeah.
Oh really?
Because obviously the representatives of Cocoa Pebbles have to all be black, right?
Well, actually, when it's Shaquille O'Neal versus Bella Thorne, Bella's on Team Coco and Shaq is on Team Fruity.
You think Cena would be on Team Fruity because they made a fucking... Oh, he was.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Why was he removed? Because pro wrestling is sleazy?
Well, I honestly think that it was probably done originally where it was Cena on Team Fruity just because of the whole gimmicks that they were doing when he was having his feud with The Rock.
Yeah.
And I think since that's basically done and over with, post-serial was probably like, let's get some new celebrities. Let's change it up a notch.
So to play off his feud with The Rock, he advertised Pebbles.
Yes.
Because Rock dissed Cena.
Yeah, he
said something about Fruity Pebbles.
Yeah.
And then Cena replied by just eating a bunch of Fruity Pebbles on camera.
The Boulder approves of this marketing campaign. Mick Foley.
Yeah, Mick Foley voice.
That was a great surprise in Avatar: The Last Airbender.
I saw. Okay,
it really was.
I don't know if Foley do a Rock parody.
I don't know if I told you guys this before, but I saw Mick Foley live doing stand-up comedy.
Yeah, when was that?
Oh god.
Oh, that was a long time
I've seen video footage of him doing stand-up comedy. He's fucking.
Oh, he's funny. He's telling the story about how he got back Diamond Dallas Page, the yoga dude, because he was just doing yoga or something while he was wearing this loud saran wrap shit. And so he crinkled cookies on his bed. And then Diamond Dallas Page just stormed in, swearing up a storm. Like, yeah.
I loved DDP. He was easily one of my favorite WCW originals.
You know, I keep thinking how certain anime would be if it was just like a pro wrestling organization. Like, can you imagine Yamamoto as a part of, like, the Shinigami Wrestling Association or whatever? Kenpachi would be the monster heel.
Everything is treason! I'm still working on my Yamamoto.
Treason. Bleach?
That started a lot of problems. Well, I guess You could say a lot of problems were started by everything being labeled treason, but really,
What the fuck is treason? You're dead. Who the fuck else are you gonna serve?
the real villains of this series were pretty much always Central 46, the source of all problems in the Bleach.
Yeah, government.
Filler, non-filler, doesn't matter. Always their fault.
Yeah.
Until we get to the Nazis, the real masterminds. Always the Nazis.
They even have a Nazi-esque name, that organization.
The Wanderreich.
Yeah.
You don't know...
Surprise, the Quincy's were actually Nazis. Spoiler alert.
I always knew I hated that Quincy bitch.
Yeah.
Always knew it.
Quincy bitch?
Well,
you talking about Ryu?
Yes.
It's a good thing we didn't get you to voice him.
Despite they were pushing for me to do it.
You do have the perfect speaking voice for him though. When you're calm, you sound exactly like Dub or Ryu, but fortunately Axel sounds pretty similar too.
We'll label this podcast as having Bleach spoilers.
Yeah, I mean that's pretty much understood.
Yeah.
We're obligated not to talk ahead in what we're doing with Bleach Abridged, but I mean Bleach is more or less over, so we can talk about where the manga's at.
Okay. Do you know about Ichigo's? Okay, so Ichigo's half Soul Reaper, and he's got hollow powers, but little do you know that his mother was a Quincy. So
is that what it was?
Yeah.
I remember hearing something about his mother being something.
Yeah, Quincy. So
he's part human, part Soul Reaper, part Quincy, and you haven't seen the Fullbringer arc, but it turns out he gets Fullbringer powers. So he's whatever Chad is too.
Yeah.
At some point we're gonna find out he's a fucking ninja or a pirate or a Saiyan for all we know.
You know, actually, literally just before you said saying, I was thinking, oh my god, he's going to evolve into a god, isn't he?
Okay. From what I understand of the manga, the God King of the Soul Reapers has actually been killed.
Oh yeah, I heard something.
So he could become God by the end of this.
I think he's been.
That would be interesting.
I think he's been succeeded by another Bleach character, but I don't want to say that for sure because I haven't actually read that.
Okay, I have. It's Jesus.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I wasn't gonna spoil it. Oh well.
But you don't know who Jesus is.
No,
we'll keep that in our.
Don't want to talk about that.
I'm assuming that's like an actual character in Bleach.
Yes.
That's
okay.
Jesus Christ. I look like Jesus.
One day you'll find Jesus.
Jesus Christ is a Soul Reaper.
It would make so much sense too.
He didn't die. He got pretended to die when he was crucified. He's like, oh, this is cute.
We're not gonna. This isn't a joke we're gonna use in this series, but we were talking about how.
Why am I picking up this cup? It's empty.
I don't know. We were talking about how, like, what was the context? We were talking about Code Geass crossed over with Bleach, and the bit was that while Britannia was taking over all of the real world, like they're developing this giant nation conglomerate. Yeah. Japan got the last laugh. They took over the afterlife.
Yeah, so all the Britannians are gonna die. They're gonna go to the afterlife, and
there's gonna be just a samurai standing there laughing at them. Now you pay to me. Say 11 again. I dare you, motherfucker.
This is Kenpachi just making number 11 cool after Britannia and trying to take a shit all over it for the Japanese.
Kenpachi making 11 cool.
11, that's 2 swords. Dual wielding.
No, that's Ikaku.
No, he uses his sword and a scabbard.
Yeah, that's true.
And then his spear.
But it's cool that Ikaku's one of the few characters who actually has a fun and unique fighting style without even releasing his Zanpakuto.
Yeah. No, because releasing your Zanpakuto is basically like...
That's a crutch.
Yeah, Kenpachi only powers up when he needs to.
Yeah.
He absolutely...
He does, by the way, in the new Quincy Vonderreich thing going on, he finally does get his his Bankai or just his Shikai? Okay.
He doesn't have Bankai.
He just learns his sword though and he gets his Shikai, which I had thought that it was in its unreleased state by default, like that Keyblade.
That's what I thought too, but I guess not.
I guess not. But yeah, he got his, and I think Ichiru found her Shikai as well, right?
She had her Shikai, she just didn't ever release it.
Oh yeah, she never gets to fight.
I guess
which is a shame. I want to see Ichiru fight more.
Yeah, well, if they do an OVA, they better have her use her.
I'm still expecting that to happen. I'm expecting that when they're waiting for the Bleach manga to end, and then they're gonna pull an Inuyasha final act, and they're gonna like wrap it up with some OVAs or something.
That assumes everybody in Japan cares about Bleach, because people in America care more about that. I think. And even so, One Piece is the last series standing. It hasn't. Naruto is done. It's gotten through its final arc. It's R.I.P. It actually had a quote unquote satisfying ending.
Yeah. Okay, so
Okay.
we don't give a shit about Naruto spoilers. No. Guess who gets with who?
Naruto gets with what's her name?
Oh,
Hinata.
Yep.
Yes!
Yes!
You were shipping them!
I was shipping them since episode 1.
They fuck.
Two.
They fuck, and little Naruto happens. Naruto Jr.
His name's Bolt.
Okay. Like the dog.
Promo?
Yes. There's there's a time skip, and then everyone has kids together, and Sasuke comes back to the village and gets with Sakura.
God damn it!
Well, okay.
Yeah,
Sasuke reforms.
I'm sorry. I think the only thing that Sasuke should ever fuck is a cactus.
Yeah,
Good on you.
I went through a teen phase.
He actually,
I hope you'll forgive
me.
I killed a few people.
Apparently, he doesn't ever actually straight up massacre any leaf ninja. So
the other ones don't matter.
Yeah, he never actually quote unquote betrayed the village. All he did is left, trained with Orochimaru, kill him, train with some other people, maybe joined a terrorist organization for a little bit.
It was
left
a phase.
that, and then came back. He's like, "All right, I'm ready to join up again." And Naruto was like, "Okay."
You think Killua went through that kind of shit, finding himself in his teen years?
He's not even out of his kid phase yet.
No, and yet he's already fucking gone.
You don't know that.
Yeah. Okay. Just because everyone who's ever watched this series thinks that,
have you watched Hunter x Hunter?
Actually, no, I haven't.
Okay.
There is some broye going on.
There is some major fucking hoye going on in that series. I have never seen. Okay, so Yu-Gi-Oh! People always ship the male characters all together because the male characters are fucking hot for some reason, and
I think these people need to get their eyes checked myself. But...
Yeah, and there's no chemistry between them. And then you get to Hunter x Hunter, and you get to Gon, with the main character, and Killua, the main character's best friend. And I look at them and going, why the fuck is there chemistry?
It's done well, though. It's nothing explicit, and yet you just inherently want to ship them because they go so well together.
This is the weirdest podcast.
I've never had a gay ship before.
Anyway,
Am I weird?
Moving on. No, you're not weird.
This podcast not brought to you by Cuisinart, microwave popcorn maker. We were not paid to do this. It's just a really cool thing.
Oh, it's great. Yeah, make popcorn.
You were talking about you wanted.
Oh yeah, I was wondering about this. Why is the bowl dented?
I don't. Oh no, it's not.
It's
yeah,
rubber.
it's collapsible. You need water. Don't need water. You don't need oil. You just throw popcorn in there, stick it in the microwave, and it pops.
Yeah.
You were joking about making a fake.
Yeah.
Like a fake infomercial for the thing the other day. I
Yeah.
thought it'd be funny to bring it in.
Well, just any infomercial starring you, because the way you talk would just be so hilarious.
Oh yeah, because you were comparing it to actual infomercials, and I'm just like,
Yeah.
oh, it does this thing, it does that thing, just the facts,
Yes. Not like trying to sell as the best thing in the world, just like something that'd be handy to have.
Ben Stein here with the microwave popcorn maker.
Can you imagine Ben Stein selling fucking Slap Chop?
It slaps. It chops.
Slap Chop.
That's the whole infomercial. Okay, one last story before we go.
Okay.
And then we're going to call it after that.
Or we'll give it to Aaron if he wants to say anything else.
Do you have something you wanted to talk about?
Well, kind of a little bit of a thing, since finals is already done and over with, and
Yeah.
we are doing more and more of these recordings. Well, we'll hopefully be doing more and more of these recordings on a more regular basis.
Yeah, we're going to try and speed up episode production since Jack here is going to be in charge of sound effects, which has been taking up a lot of my time in production.
Cool.
Yeah, all you got to do is go to work at night, so fuck it, I can do that.
But yeah, now since will be having more time, since I'm not going to be going to school this summer, I am actually planning on trying to watch more Bleach so I can actually have some clue as to what's going on, rather than trying to rely on memories that are more than 10 years old.
Yeah. Oh, that's okay. You get in character just fine. The story I wanted to tell is another time that we were off in town. I don't remember what we were. I think we're coming back from Seattle. This is when we were on a search for Chipotle.
Oh yes, this is when I was when I packed all my stuff. I was moving down here.
Because we'd always heard of this mystical restaurant. We'd never seen one. There are no Chipotles in Vancouver. That I can think of. None that I've ever seen anyway. You know there's one?
On 164th.
All right, I've never seen it. And we've just been looking all over the place.
Thinking maybe, hey...
Because we'd seen the South Park episode. We just wanted to try it once.
Yes, Chipotle.
And I don't remember where we were. We were like halfway between Seattle and Vancouver.
We were in Northgate.
We were in Northgate? Okay, that's towards Seattle.
We were
closer to Seattle.
heading to Northgate. We were listening to Rhapsody of Fire.
Yes, we were. Rhapsody of Fire. An Italian metal band that they do like all their songs are ballads. They tell stories over the courses of several albums. Narrated by Christopher Lee, by the way.
Oh, nice.
It's actually pretty awesome.
Yeah, very good album.
And
very good band.
We were playing through one of the narrative songs, and we come to where... My GPS said there had been a Chipotle on the way.
There's a traffic jam we were trying to navigate our way through.
Yeah, so we thought, all right, well, now we'll take this opportunity. We'll see if there's Chipotle nearby. We'll go there.
Yeah.
And we got to this big parking lot, and we start driving around everywhere. And we're looking all over the place. Well, where's the GPS says it's right here. Where's the Chipotle?
Where's the Chipotle?
Where's the Chipotle? And then on the car radio, the Rhapsody of Fire song is still going on, and it's going through a scene, and you hear Christopher Lee say... No, it wasn't Christopher Lee. It was some other character.
It was Christopher Lee. He was saying, this was too easy.
Like it was just the perfect timing for when we were...
It was as we were leaving the ramp. No, I remember this story better. We were going on the off-ramp, and we were like, okay, good, we're finally away from the traffic jam, and then we hear Christopher Lee say, this was too easy. And I'm like, that's very foreboding.
We were looking for the Chipotle, and lo and behold, there was no Chipotle. It must have been replaced or taken down or something.
Yes,
so.
I've never seen a Chipotle in my time in North.
It was,
I was kind of surprised why the GPS was telling us there was one there.
It was, in fact, too easy. We still have not had Chipotle.
Yes.
Maybe one day all three of us can go to Vancouver or something. I don't know.
Chipotle.
Maybe.
We'll periscope.
We'll figure it out at some point.
Actually, I think there's one in the Hazelwood area too, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah? We'll go hunting at some point.
I definitely know there's a buffalo's over there.
I remember when I looked.
So
I looked online, and the closest was in Portland. This was a few years ago, though, so I don't know. But
well, to be fair, the one that's on 164th may be close. It's been a few years since I've been out there, but I know there was one when I worked at the Taco Bell right by there.
We had the hardest time finding a Cold Stone Creamery too. All those have been going out of business. We had to go all the way down to...
Which is a shame, because their ice cream is actually really good.
Yeah, we got some... I had a gift card. We got our custom mixed ice cream.
You should tell this story then.
What?
This one's more recent in the memory. The time we were trying to find fucking Cold Stone.
I mean, is there much of a story?
We were... You had a gift card for like
I did have a gift card.
$25.
I'd been looking for... I went to Vancouver, and I thought that there was one in Vancouver, and I got there, drove around for like 10 minutes, couldn't find the place in the strip mall, and I eventually went into the Baskin-Robbins there and asked, and they said, that closed down 2 years ago.
Still on GPS.
Thanks. Bye.
So which strip mall was it?
I don't remember which strip mall it was. I know it was in Vancouver, and so I had to look again, and the closest one was somewhere in Portland, across the bridge.
Somewhere in Portland. It was in a mall, which, upon first inspection, looked like a strip mall. Mm-hmm. Then we got inside.
There was no obvious entrance.
We got inside the strip mall. We got inside the mall. Oh, God.
Well, first we went into, I think it was Old Navy. Or we went to
Old Navy attempting to find
an opening in the back that went into the main mall, and there wasn't one. So logically, we assumed strip mall.
Yeah, but as it turns out, it was a mall. That just had no entrance.
And the entrance had a big Powell's Books sign above it, so, we would assume that was an entrance to Powell's Books, not to the main mall area. But it wasn't.
In the inside...
Are you guys talking about Lloyd Center?
I don't know.
I think, maybe?
I don't remember
the
name of the mall.
But the thing is that there's no food court except for the Cold Stone Creamery.
Okay, so that's definitely not Lloyd Center.
No, it was just that one place in there. There's also a little game shop that was kind of cool in there.
Yeah, what was it called?
Game Trader?
Yeah, that's it. Looked like the kind of thing that wouldn't be profitable in the long run, but
no, it was just a really dinky little mall.
5?
I don't know.
It's been years since I've been to that one.
Yeah. Oh, hey, now you can go to Vancouver area and go visit yourself.
Yay!
Yay!
All right.
Final thoughts?
Something Bleach filler episode 3 in production. Ichigo.
Yep.
Bye everyone.
Bye.
Bye.